what if I say you can actually create 3D models with the just help of AI images? And yes, this model is completely open source and free, and you can run this locally on your machine even if you don't have high VRAM or high quality graphics card. So yeah, this video we'll see so many different examples to see how this quality works, and at the later part of the video I'll tell you how to install it step by step. So yeah, see the first example. Before that, this is the basic interface. I know this interface is not very intuitive. This is just basic. You can upload your image that can convert into 3D. The image size should be under 20 MB, which is I think a lot of liberty. Now you can see the below there's a sampling setting. Once you click on sampling setting, you can see the seed 42, inference steps 20, and guidance scale 3.0, and this is exactly should be state. Like if you are not familiar with these kind of numbers, I would say just copy it on your screen and just keep the setting as the way as it is. But if you still want, play with around, you can definitely, try to change the guidance scale. However, these are the most optimal setting we are trying to run in. Now you can see simply download format. This has Splat, PLY, and maybe in future you see OBJ format you can export your model in. Now, so interface has been done. It's time to see so many examples. So first, our example will be a burger. Yep. So I click the photo of a burger to see how it actually generates. And I'm pretty impressed, by the way. So this is the burger photo. I upload it and boom. Can you see how crispy this burger is looking? I know the image I gave was already very high quality, but the model it generated with 3D stuff is looking really interesting. The burger, the lettuce, the cream, the cheese, the patty, everything is very consistent. Whether you can just roll it upside down, drag down, you can pan it, zoom it, you can drag to orbit. And honestly, I'm pretty impressed by the way it has created the proper 3D geometry of this burger. And yep, in the right side output you can just simply download projects, up to you. Now let's see some more examples, because we are not going to stop to one. Okay, this one is one of my favorite one, because this actually shows you how this model reacts in the translucent devices. So yeah, this is a very interesting bus where you can see there's a lot of trees inside it, a proper AI generated image this is, and honestly the model generated it pretty well, whether it's the upside, top side, bottom side, and all over. If you just try to drag to orbit, it's looking perfectly good. And the one thing I can see, it's that the shining of this glassy stuff is also looking pretty interesting. Well, we will not just stop here, there are more things which we can see. Okay, so this one is a little bit different than usual model. So I just uploaded a photo of a computer with a proper keyboard, mouse, and it generated a proper 3D monitor and keyboard. You can look at yourself, it's looking pretty well. Like if you just round it from the back side, it's looking good. The screen has a consistent wallpaper which is exactly same as the one in the image presented. However, one thing I can notice is the keyboard is not as detailed as we wanted, but overall if you just look at this from the far side and try to match the image, this is looking pretty good actually. And you can actually use these stuff in your 3D projects, whether it's a Blender or whatever thing software use. Okay, this one is very funny example. So it was a basic image from a Batman show. So this villain guy is looking at computer with his dog, and I just uploaded it for the randomness to see how it actually reacts to the 3D to 2D cartoons. And generally I'm very amazed the way it has generated. You can see the proper seats, his dog is also looking awesome, and this villain guy, I don't know much of his name, I wish I could recall it. This is looking almost really good, especially the keyboard thing, this entire bluish, neon bluish is looking really well. Okay, so I uploaded a type of product photography stuff. So I uploaded a photo of a Diet Coke image from Google and tried to make a 3D art of this, and I can clearly say that it is really bad at text generation. So yeah, this model is good at proper objects which has no legible text. It generates really well 3D atmosphere for them, but when it comes to generating proper, accurate, legible text, I can clearly see that this model is not very up to the game when it comes to generating Diet Coke or any detailed advertisement product stuff. Okay, let's just forget it, and here are some really cool stuff. I generated this chat GPT based 3 image of a model, wearing tight black coat, looking proper like a bodyguard stuff. And honestly, these three model comes out really well. You can see all the directions I tried to make them, and probably if you just compare it with the original picture which is on your screen, they worked really well when it comes to hairline. However, the facial structure, and it's not as accurate as I expected. The model is really good at symmetrical stuff, but sometimes it does not get it when it comes to a new type of images. See another one, this one is a car photo. I tried to just download it from Google. I say, what, just upload it here, and this car getting from 2D to 3D, and this is looking really well. The color saturation is really bad about it. Like if you see that sides are red, but on the top side it's a little bit bluish, which kind of tells you that this model is still learning a lot, because this version is really working on even smaller devices, and that's why it might be not as powerful, but a rough net process, I can say that it's still very usable. Okay, look at this fruit basket stuff. Okay, so this is fruit basket which I created an image on, and you can see this fruit basket has a lot of food. I just simply uploaded here, and you can see the 3D structure of this fruit basket, which internally just amuses me because this is seriously very accurate. Like if you look at this fruit design from banana to every fruit, this is looking interesting, like good, the pineapple and everything. And that's what I'm saying, that this model is generally good at things that has not much detail in it, like for example no text stuff, and it works really well. Look at this example of lotus. So this white lotus looking really pretty, and I try to just upload it here to see what exactly happens. I simply click generate, and you can see, oh gosh, this is so good. Like imagine this entire rose with just one single 2D image, and it's looking really pretty. By the way, you can actually play with it, drag it, zoom it, upload it, download it. It's all yours. Okay, let's see another example. For example, this house one is pretty interesting, which I created a simple house image from Google and just uploaded it here expecting a good return, and I can see clearly it actually worked well. It has proper 3D structure, whether it's grass, gates, windows, roof, everything is looking perfect. However, I said again, this model tries to copy the symmetrical stuff, and this is what exactly did it to this house too. Alright, so let's see how we can actually install this model locally, because that's where the real fun is. The process is really straightforward. It's not as complex as we think. So what we need to do is simply just go to the repository. I have you the link in the description, and grab the model weights and make sure the environment is ready before you run anything. Now inside the repo, the key setup is that downloading the model weights into the folder called checkpoints. You can see CKPTS, and the project gives you ways to do that. Simple way is we can just go to Hugging Face CLI, say hf download vast AI TripoSplat -- local directory, and that's it. All the model weights will be downloaded into simple. But if you don't like this way, you can simply go to this Hugging Face repository, which has link in the description, and you can just manually click and download these files. They're not big, just 1 GB, 2 GB max to max, and they are not big, and once it happens, you have to go to this, install these weights in your proper place and folders. The folder thing is on your screen. You can just copy it the way it is. All the proper file will be in the proper folder and directories. Now once you install this, you have to install the PyTorch and Torch Vision according to the system. If you have CUDA GPUs, you can simply just install it with this command, and then you have to install the dependencies like Safe Tensor, NumPy, below, and this is the core local setup, and it keeps the install pretty lightweight compared to the lot of modern AI repository. Once the environment is ready, I run the example script with Python run example.py. This is the quickest way to check if it's correctly, but I have an even local web simple demo. Instead of example script, I would just simply run this Gradio. In the case I install Gradio and run Python run gradio.py, and it gives you a more interactive way to try with the model, and it's on your screen. You can see the proper intuitive interface from the left to the right. You can now actually use this model the way we actually used before in the tutorial and example phase. If you like this video, just simply click on like button, share it, and for more such cutting edge tutorial latest technologies videos every day, just subscribe the channel.